Well, what's the crack? You're all very welcome to episode 37 of the Ramble Pod here on Buckshot for Tuesday the 12th. The 12th of February. 12th of February 2019. How in Christ are you? Gigs this weekend. I'm in City Limits Comedy Club in Cork. I know there's a few people got in contact with me. They're coming along. Powerful stuff. Lovely. Where was I last? We're getting there, lads. The weather has warmed up a bit. I'm in a t-shirt and everything. I'm all excited with myself here. That being said, the heating is on too. You know what I mean? So I won't get too far ahead of myself. Thanks very much to Patreon. You're chipping away there nicely. Good on you, gang. I don't know if anything... Oh, something did sell on the Tea Republic. I don't know what it was. It just tells you have a sale. You have to go into it then to see what the sale is. But I didn't. Somebody bought something anyway. Fair play to you. God bless you. I'm sure you enjoy it. So that's there anyway for anybody who wants to contribute to the podcast. Obviously, as I said before, you will get exclusive content of the back catalogue of the Tom and Jerry show, and then you will be getting podcasts purely for Patreons. Because I'm going to have to step back, I think, a little bit on the old Ramble Pod and just go mostly, more so anyway, to the Patreons, because you know what I mean. Them peeps, they're the ones who... they're keeping the lights on over here in Buckshot Towers, as they say. But, you know, they're actually paying for the shit and the hosting fees and all the rest of it. But don't worry, there is still a podcast out every week. Don't worry. A few people, I can hear you sniffing or going, oh, that bollocks, fuck him. It's the reality of it. If there was loads and loads of podcast or people, I wouldn't have to do anything else. If I could just podcast every day. Where was I? I was in the Roisin Dove last Tuesday. Well, it was nothing but a warm blanket around you. It was pure and utter loveliness. Oh, it was packed out to the rafters. Bit of a shitty drive over with the weather and all the rest of it, but you know what? It doesn't make a blind bit of difference. It was pissing rain in Galway, but it was absolutely glorious inside. Just a lovely night. Lovely night, as always, but it was just, you know what I mean? You kind of I was racing to get over because I was traffic or some fucker had crashed or broken down on the old motorway, so I was like, oh Jesus, so I had to put the foot down to get over, and it kind of slowed down the show to get me on or whatever. But it was just sound. Everybody, there's a few people who had seen me before and stuff, and they wanted to come along, and it was cool. There was a couple of podcast listeners showed up as well, and it was just lovely. And I was in the Laughter Lounge then, as I was telling you. I was in the Laughter Lounge Friday and Saturday, obviously, because if you listen to last week's one with John Lynn, we were there for again, the Laughter Lounge is always just, like, Friday nights are always glorious. You never fully know what you're going to get on a Saturday night. It's always going to be good. It's just a slightly different version, like, you know what I mean? There was a stag do in, and when you come in at first on Saturday night, like, and there was a big old English stag do in, you know, they're all, oi, you know, all that shit, and you're going, did they still make ye? I thought he went out of fashion like in 1998. That sort of shite, like. But turns out they were actually grand. There wasn't a peep out of them. They were just lovely. There was actually a hen party up the front of owl ones, like fucking bastards looking fucking old yokes. And don't know what their story was like, but it was just like one's as old as your owl one, like, and they just giggling like 4-year-olds. You're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck? Like, it was just weird to see. Just weird. I mean, it didn't seem to be anything, but just laughing uncontrollably amongst themselves, you know. And I was kind of going, is my fucking fly open or something? Or is my laces open? Or like, what is it? Do you know, it was just weird. And I even asked them that they didn't know what was wrong with them. It's like, okay, right, no more drink for you. Women in their 50s and 60s can't control themselves. It was just weird. But they were grand at. I mean, like that. If anything, I was expecting there was about 3 hen nights in and a big fucking stag, but the stag's not a fucking peep at them. And normally, you know, you'd expect there to be, but there actually wasn't on this occasion. It was a Glasgow hen in over, and they were of the rougher nature of people. You know, that kind of thing. There was a few of them there, like, you just wouldn't cross. Like one walked past me, like, she had that, you know, that real manly walk. You know, that kind of heavy footed, kind of real manly walk, and a big fucking massive back on her, like, and she had the sash on. It looked like essentially fucking. Like one of the lads slapped a wig on it, but she kind of punched me in the shoulder. Go, good show. I'm like, oh, thank you very much, madam, or sir, or whichever you want to be called. You look happy enough to, yeah. So yeah, that was those two shows. It was absolutely fucking lovely. What's going off in the background there? But like that, it was all fucking gravy. So like I said, I'm going to be in city limits in Cork this weekend. A few people have been getting on to me when I'm back in Belfast. It was going to be in March, but it's now. I was chatting with Colin. I'm going to be in Lavery's in April, but it's there on the website anyway. Go to tomandmahony.com/gigs, and you'll see this. It'll be in the link, and this will be in the description of this, and you'll see that normally tickets. I normally be able to put the link of the tickets and everything inside there. So that's when I'll be back there. Must get on to Dave too about rearranging Pug Uglies for when we get back up there. Oh, right, let's get fucking into it. All that stuff out of the way. Jesus Christ. I don't know, am I an ignorant bollocks? Tell me this, am I an ignorant bollocks for this? Because I'm down in Aldi a minute ago, right? Getting a few bits and pieces for the old lunch. And as a guy, now I'd say something if he was ancient. Like, you know what I mean? You know the way old people like don't have any, spatial awareness or whatever, and they might just clatter into you with the trolley. You go, all right, you're old. You know what I mean? You've lost the tracking. The tracking system has gone up a small bit. But like, this guy wasn't old. You know what I mean? He was maybe early 50s, late 40s. He just kept on fucking stepping up on me as I'm at the old conveyor belt. And for a finish, I stopped and I was like, all right. And he kind of just ignored me. And then as I was paying, and like if you're in Aldi, like they don't actually even have kind of, a lot of them don't, maybe Lidl does or Aldi, I don't know, but a lot of them don't have kind of a spin-off area where you can actually pack your fucking bags. You just pack it on the little shelf or on the floor like a fucking animal. And I was just like quite literally doing that, and she started into the next guy, and I was partly her fault too in this sense. Your man just stands up on top of me as I'm trying to push shit into the bag, and I was like, what? I was just looking at him. He looked at me like I was a cunt. I was like, surely I'm not. Like, I didn't have a go at him or anything really. Like, it's just, what in the name of fuck? And like, this guy had no place to be. You could tell by him he was in no hurry. Like, he was buying booze and stuff. I mean, maybe he was going back to the house to get steamed. I don't know. But like, how the fuck do you not have any spatial awareness? Like, this is a country where we have space. Like, the UK would be another thing, you know what I mean? Like, where there's no space in cities like London. Like, but we have space here. Understand. Keep a fucking arm's length away from humans. Like, don't be a fucking weirdo. And I'm not going to go to town too much on it, but it's like, get your fucking shit together. Because I genuinely believe martial law in that sense. Like, you should be allowed to clatter him across the fucking head. Go, hey, cut that fucking shit out, you fucking bollocks. But then that's just, I'm always on, guys. You know what I mean? I'm just always on. Fuck. I don't know. I definitely don't zone out when I go shopping because I need this situation to be over as fast as possible. Like, so it's not some place I go to go, oh, we'll go in here and relax and switch off. No, I am on 100%. Get through the fucking list, get the fuck back in the car park, because there is just fuckos everywhere around here. Because everybody's brain just seems to... that's the thing I noticed. Once you come off public roads, you see this, like, when you go into car parks and things, and, like, just, industrial estates, all rules are off. You notice that, like, people, once they're off a public road where there's laws and it's... But now there's still the same fucking rules apply, but because it's not a public road, it's like the brain just goes, well, let's fuck that story. I'm just going to drive on the right up the side of this fucking thing here. And same in that car, like the fucking car park. There's a lot to be said for the old ordering it in, isn't there? I tell you, it's does anybody else do that? We've done that a few times here. It's fucking quality. Your man just shows up. If they didn't have the thing that you actually ordered, cute tourists too, like, because they don't just go, no, it's out of stock. What they do is they still try and make that sale. They're still pushing the sale. So say you order fucking broccoli or something, they'll turn up with like cauliflower and go, well, we only had cauliflower. Do you want it? And we brought you a big cauliflower though. And that's kind of there. And you go, go on to fuck. It's 11 o'clock at night. Go on to fuck. It's a crafty move because they're still making a sale, like. But it is fucking handy. You don't have to deal with any animals. Oh, Jesus Christ! It puts me in a better fucking place. Just don't do it enough, because it's like, fuck it, I just pop down here and I keep on forgetting. Oh, it's full of fucking gobshites that just stand on top of you. Lord, fuck, things like, I don't normally go into things getting. It's just the way things are nowadays. Just, it's not how it was. I do that a bit. I know, like an old lad, but it's. Yeah, like the fucking, Jesus Christ, like the world, it's PC gone mad. But, I mean, as you may know, anybody who listens to this podcast on a regular basis knows that I don't really do PC, or could I give a fuck? It's all about just being sound. If you're not being a cunt, then you'll be alright. That's mostly what it's all about. But it's like people are professionally built to get and thick with things. And I see you on now, straight out the gate, they're one of the ugliest fucking things I've ever seen. I mean, but then again, what do I know about fashion? But you want Katy Perry had to actually fucking apologise for these slippers she brought out. They're fucking rotten looking sandal yokes. They look like something a child would wear. And there was a cream version and a black version, and they have eyes, a nose, and lips on the actual fucking shoe part of the of the sandal. And people were like, "What the fuck? What the actual f?" Katy Perry on Twitter, like, "You've got a black face shoe." It's like, no, it's a black shoe. It's still a fucking shoe with fucking plastic lips, a glittery nose, and some googly eyes on it. That is not a black face. Fuck. What the fuck are you talking about? A black face fucking the cream one. Who's that bothered? Like, it's like I'm actually more offended by a cream coloured shoe, not because it's the same similar colour to my own skin tone, but it's fucking rank. A cream coloured fucking shoe. A black shoe makes way more fucking sense. So don't stick googly eyes on anything fucking black. Do not stick fucking googly eyes on your fucking laptop if it's black. Don't, because there'll be somebody fucking raging. Fucking, the fact is, like, but you know what? Fuck Katy Perry on that sense too, because in another way, that's who you're preying on. Those are the people you're looking for. I suppose you're looking for their fucking wages, really, aren't you? You want their money to buy tickets and stuff, I suppose. So, I mean, you can't be looking for affirmation or fucking a pat in the back from those fucking gobshites, because they're just fucking dickheads. But I mean, in all fairness, if you're apologising to them, like, I wouldn't apologise to anybody if you set out for, like, you know what I mean, I'm not going to anyway, but if you set out to just make a black shoe with googly eyes on it, and a cream shoe with googly eyes on it, and there was not a fucking mention of anything racist, and probably black lads and black women were going, "Oh yeah, it's a fucking ugly shoe, but sure, look it, go on, we'll sell it." So, you know, nobody copped it until a couple of wank bags on fucking Twitter started going on about it. It's a blackface shoe. What the fuck? No, it's not. It's just a shitty shoe. But the fact that she apologised, like, there you go. You should never have apologised, because apology, you've admitted it then. You've admitted it straight out the gate that I'm in the wrong. Yeah, stupid move, kitty. You shouldn't have fucking done it. So yeah, a fucking blackface. Fucking what about an actual black lad? Fucking Will Smith going blueface. Have you seen the cut of that shit? It was all over fucking Instagram yesterday. It was I was tempted to put up something about the Blue Man Group, but I didn't. Like, but it's like, lads, that's the fucking best you could do. You just painted Will Smith blue, just regular Will Smith blue. 46-year-old fucking Will Smith. Let's just paint him fucking blue. What in the Jesus Christ, like, why not got a fat lad? Why not got Ahmed Dajali? That's a lad now that would have played. Like, he can even do the accent and everything. Like, Will Smith, is it going to be Fresh Prince stuff? Like, I haven't seen the trailer, but I just saw the pictures going up. It's like, that looks shite. That looks really shite. Like I think it's Aladdin in the Panto next year, and I'm guessing whoever's playing the genie could be fucking me for all I know, lads. Could be me, but I'm guessing it'll look better than that. Do you know? So it's like, have a fucking gander at it. Just look for Will Smith as the genie in Aladdin. You're probably seeing it at this stage. It's like, fucking, if you're going to pay that fella, what the fuck is he going to charge? Like, that fella's going to turn up and he's going to want 15 million handy, isn't he? Like, he hasn't done fucking it in a couple of years, has he? Decent, has he? Like, he did that terrible African accent playing a doctor about the head injuries, didn't he? What else did he do? No, I can't think of anything he's done in a while. Sure, look it. I don't keep an eye on it, but I guaranteed he'd want 10 to 20 million anyway, wouldn't he? He would, yeah. I mean, he's not in rock money these days. Like, he wouldn't be on the rocks money, but you'd be guaranteed he'd want 10 to 20 million, and all you're going to do is spray paint him fucking blue. By Jesus fucking Christ, I'd be sellotaping fucking yolks all over him. I'd be putting him in the makeup chair for a good 10 hours every morning, going, I'm getting my money's worth out of you, fucker. There's no way. If you have an opportunity to, like, fatten him up at the very least. I thought the genie in Aladdin was supposed to be a fat lad. It was Robin Williams played the voice of it in the first one, in the cartoon. Why not fucking get, like, anybody know who I'm talking about? Ahmed Dajali. He's a stand-up comedian. He's like, he says he's Persian. He's of whatever Iranian descent,
but he's English, but he's fucking brilliant. He was in The Mummy Returns. He would have been perfect as the fucking Mummy. And I tell you one thing, that man has played Cork City Limits. He has played it many times, and I can tell you that man would allow you to. Well, you'd have to shave him first. He's a very hairy human, very, very hairy human. But fuck it. You know what? Leave. I think that'd be class. Big, hairy, fat, blue, fucking genie. How class would that be? It'll actually be something funny to look at. Instead, it's like Will Smith, kind of in shape, but about as in shape as a 46, 47-year-old can get into. So he's not really ripped or nothing like. So it just kind of looks weird, like he turned up to his kid's birthday, just sprayed himself blue. That's what it looks like. It looks like he's at his kid's birthday as a genie. Yeah, it's a disappointing Will Smith. Yeah, I can't actually think of any other fucking shoes he's worn. Who else was in the... Oh, Liam. Speaking of blackface, Liam. Oh, Jesus, Liam. Jesus. What were you doing? I mean, we've all said stupid fucking things or thought stupid fucking notions, Liam. But you don't turn around and go, I'm going to tell you exactly what I was thinking right at that time. Yeah. You could have just left out one word. One word, Liam. This would never have got the fucking light of day. One fucking word, Liam. I mean, I'm saying you don't have to be apologising if you're Katy Perry and you've made a black shoe with some googly eyes on it. You really don't, because there was no intent there, like. And you have to fucking join up some serious dots to try and get to racism if you're talking about a fucking scabby looking fucking sandal that has googly eyes and lips on it. You know what I mean? You have to do some serious reaching. But for Liam, by Jesus, Liam, you went like a friend of the podcast, Andy McCarley, who does the movies. Even he kind of put up a post. It was him who I saw do it first. He was like, as his fucking Liam Neeson's PR person. He goes, so Liam, you've been doing this 30 years. I need to step out of the office for like 5 minutes. Don't do or say anything stupid, okay? All right, cool. Yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Comes back. What the fuck, Liam? Like, you're gonna I mean, a good few people have defended him. Like, going, look, he was just being honest to how he felt in the moment and all the rest of it. Going around to, like, fucking hell. Could you not have just called him a bastard? I wanted to smash this bastard or kill him. You didn't have to go, I wanted to kill this black bastard. You didn't have to. You didn't even, like, we didn't need we didn't need to know what jumper you were wearing that day, Liam. Do you know what I mean? Same way we didn't need to know anything. Like, you know what? Tell it in closed circles, because it's a true story. At the moment, you felt like you wanted to kill this fella, and what you were exactly saying over and over in your head. And he was even talking about how bad of a thing that was to be saying, like, which is kind of fucking ironic, because it's absolutely kicked a hole off him. But you know what? Liam was making a lot of bad movies anyway. These days, a lot of movies, and a lot of them were pure and utter fucking dirt. So it's probably, do you know what? In a way, it is probably no harm that it's probably knocked him back a bit, because it might stop him making pure and utter shite. Like, he was making the same movie over and over again, really, wasn't he? Like Steven Seagal went. Now, he was never at Steven Seagal pure dirt level, like, but what I'm saying is he was making a lot of movies that weren't fucking good. So, like, it was no harm that, something's going to fucking put him back a small, because he's, Jesus Christ, coming out with that, Liam. Fucking hell. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, couldn't you fucking tone it down a small bit? Fucking eat you. And then, of course, all the memes start, like, I could murder a Chinese, I could, all the usual shit. Jesus Christ, Liam. I don't really, I haven't been great with the news. Ireland are back to winning ways. Thanks be to God. Ireland are back to winning ways. 'Twasn't pretty, but sure, look it. They won it anyway. Yeah, they got fucking through it. Sorry, it's Scottish people, but sure, look it. You shot yourselves in the foot by playing kind of shite yourselves. Jesus Christ, I fell into a trance when I saw the diamonds. Newry man who swallowed 34 grand ring in Turkish jewellery shop, jailed. I fell into a trance when I saw the diamonds. Oh, fucking hell, let's have a look at this. A man from Newry. This has just popped up in my timeline. Looks a bit like in that shitty picture, looks a bit like Dana White. So, Newry man was sentenced to 8 fucking years in prison. They surely got the ring back, did they? A 34,000 diamond ring while on holidays in Turkey. Ian Campbell was sentenced to 8 years and 9 months for qualified theft by a court of... Oh, it was in Turkey. He's actually done. Marmaris. He was arrested in October for trying to steal a 2.5 carat. He swallowed it against the time he told the prosecutors he obsessed He became obsessed with diamond rings after losing his wife to a tragic accident. I fell into a trance when I saw the diamonds. The jeweler was telling me something, but I couldn't even hear him because I was in a trance. When I was conscious again, I found myself hiding a diamond in my pocket and swallowed it in a panic at the jeweler's and started to search it. As the jeweler started to search it, search what? Oh, his pocket. Prosecutors ordered the police. After 36 hours without success, he consented to surgery to help them. Oh, right, so they were actually watching his shite. What a fucking job that is as a cop, isn't it? You gotta stand over. Hello, my friend. No. Well, they don't. Did they shite in toilets in Turkey? I don't know. Is it some of these countries where it's kind of just a hole in the ground squat, or they act. Anyway, either way, Mr. fucking Gamble was going in a bucket for 36 hours. Wonder what they gave him, like a load of fucking. I suppose they'd have loads of prunes, wouldn't they? He'd be prune and fucking porridge and coffee and smoke a cigarette while you're at it. And let's see what happens. But fucking hell, didn't get lodged in there. Oh, Jesus Christ, he tells a horrific story, but they were having fucking none of it. It's a horrific story about losing his wife and stuff, but the Turkish crowd, they didn't give a fuck. Whenever I see a diamond ring on display at a jewelry shop, my wife always comes to mind. Yeah, I feel a strong urge to take those rings, especially the ones with the higher carat diamonds. That is fucking interesting. That it isn't like fucking, bread rolls or something that he gets to fucking go over. Like, it's just pure. Oh, by Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Oh, yeah. I haven't looked into this at all. There's a fella, like, people have asked me about it. Some fella from Tipperary killed or whatever. Jesus Christ, I won't. No, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting fucking into it because it sounds like no crack in it. Fucking more people winning the lotto in Limerick. Jeez, I'm fucking hell. I need to do the lotto next time down in Limerick, which is the last Tuesday of this month. I'll be there with Pat That's a fucking segue. I need to stop the fucking ship there. That's some segue, isn't it? I shouldn't really be patting myself in the back. It completely fucking nullifies the segue if you have to actually point out a segue, doesn't it? Fucking hell tonight. Yeah, so I'm back down there the last, I don't know what date that is. It'll be on the gigs page. If you're in the Limerick region at all, I'll be there with Pat McDonald and Joe Rooney. I don't know if we're going to have somebody else on, like an open mic on the night, but fuck it, let's fucking do it. Jesus, that was a good segue. Now I'm fairly proud of myself over that one. Oh Lord. So yeah, listen, I'm going to get out of here because I have to head to where? Fuck it, let's have a look at the world's biggest dog. Jesus Christ, who can't have enough of the world's biggest dog? Oh my good Jesus Christ, he's a Great Dane. Fucking hell, lads. Guinness World Records. Actually, there's no writing, there's just a picture of the fucking dog. Great. You know what, I'm not mad. Like, I've done a few sketches, and if you, like I was talking about that sketch I did about the culture one, and your man had taken the picture or whatever it was to put up as an Instagram diagram, and I've never, like, fair play to Colin and Shane and the lads. Like, I suppose they just found characters that they really are into doing, and they actually go out and get good cameras and get camera crews and all the rest. And I just don't have it in me. Like, if I did, I'd go and buy those good cameras and all that. I just don't have it in me. Like, because like, there's times when I go, do you know what? I have a series of sketches in my fucking head, but I just prefer to go into stand up. You know what I mean? Or actually just do a podcast or something like that. But maybe that's laziness or just it's not my fucking bag. But there's a fella, right? I need to get in contact with this fella because he must be from somewhere close to where I am. But he has huge fucking following. He's like, I don't actually know what he's just on Facebook. He makes these sketches. He's obviously a builder of some sort, just he comes from a building background of some sort anyway. And the name of the page is Even Flow, all one word, Even Flow, right? Just have a look at it. It's one of the fucking funniest things because the guy he's an amalgamation of so many fucking just cowboy half-arse savages. Like, I don't know if I ever tell you about the time, like, a mate of mine, he lived back the fucking road from me. He was actually kind of related to me in a way, but we went up they had a quarry like a couple of fields up from their house, and we went up. They had a kind of what would be known in farmer circles as a crush, but it's a process, like a place where you'd hunt in cattle, so you can kind of check them and have the vet check them. We went up. He said this vet is just like fucking cowboy personified, like ripped fucking jackets, arse falling out of his trousers. Just a bit of a fucking cowboy, probably sign off your whole heard as being TB free when he hasn't even tested them. Like, but we went up, right, and this fella he was inside. He was standing inside. He had a Fiesta van, which is a rare thing, like a Ford Fiesta van, and he was standing inside the door of the thing. Well, hunkered down inside the door, but not in the car, if you get me. Like, so he's got the window down, so he's kind of elbow out the side, and he's reading the paper kind of out through the window of the door. If you imagine this, right, and he's on the ground, but you can't. You know what I mean? He's just inside the door, up against the car. And we walk up, and my mate is like, "How you doing? How you doing?" I said, "Oh, how are you, man? How are you getting on?" We're standing about 10 feet from him. And he's still in the squatted down position. We're kind of looking straight on at the fucker, right? And I'm kind of going, I'm only young, I'm only about 13 or 14, going, what's he fucking doing? Like, is he searching for something in the pocket of the door or something of the car? But it turns out, my mate says, did Dad bring up the cattle? He says, I did. I'll be up in 1 minute here now. I'm just taking his shit. And that was that. The man was in open, like, no, not even borderline, like, I need to take a phone call is as easy. He was saying, I must take a shit as easy as this, like as easy as, I'll be up to you in 1 minute now, but I must just search my phone, because I need to make a phone call. But in the meantime, I'm just going to take a shit. And just as cool as a fucking breeze. I remember always thinking, like, he looked like a busted up version of Mario fucking from Super Mario Brothers. And just an old kind of shitty old hat on top of his head. Next thing comes, I don't know if the man even had toilet paper, lads. I don't even know if he had toilet paper. But it everything. And these were the kind of fucking, and like, savages I worked with. One guy in the fucking pig farm. Oh my, that's the dog now having an outshake. Alright, dog, I'll be done in 1 fucking minute. Relax. Like, he never wore fucking jocks. Just wore like cotton tracksuits everywhere. Small little fat fella. Didn't bother with a shirt all year round. Now, I don't mean a shirt and he only wore t-shirts. I mean nothing. Naked from the waist up. Worked like that. Oh, he'd wear a shirt into work, take it off, walk across the yard into the pig house, like, and just walk around. Big gut hanging out in him. Arse hanging out everywhere. And, like, wouldn't wash his hands to eat sandwiches or anything. Like, just pure and utter fucking savage. And this guy who's doing this one character, this builder character, you need to get on this. If you've ever been to the countryside, if you've ever wondered when people heard me talk about the kind of fucking savages I grew up around and why I'm a bit fucking fucked up in the head, you need to go and look at this fella's sketches. Like, they're not even, like, they're just amazing. Like, I need to see a movie of this guy. I need to get in contact with him and get him on the fucking podcast to see what the actual story is, because he promotes nothing. He's not putting ads on it. He's not, and it's one of the best, most realistic fucking, like, he actually busts himself, and, like, it's just, you know what, I'm going to play a little bit of it. I don't know if it'll make any fucking sense at all, but I'm going to play about 2 minutes of it. It's this one is about some fella has rang him to come down, and his son has knocked the wall outside the house driving home drunk, and he wants him to come up and have a look at it. It's not going to make any sense, but you'll kind of get an idea of the fucking what I'm talking about. Hold your horses 1 second.
Telling me he was the poor bastard. He told me he was coming home from the pub last night, and he said he hit the wall a small bit of a slab. Is there any chance I go down and have a look at it? When I'm up here, don't leave me. I'll go down there when I'm finished here. Yeah. Christ, Mick, I never see him as white. Down into Galbally, like. Christ, they're unbelievable. Yeah. Have you any snowboard? Yeah. Yeah. I'll ring you there so later, me. Yeah. I'll give you a ring there later about it, alright? Alright, so me, good luck. It's a bad fucking design of a house. Nice. Go down and look at the wall, he said. We hit it a slap at the Land Cruiser last night coming home from the pub. You'd have it back up in a day if you got at it. There's a fucking week's work in that. Guess this I'm going to bring in me clean now. Hello, Mick. Forget about the snowboarding, Mick. I'm here looking at this wall that your young fella hit. Jesus Christ, Mick, he's after taking 40 foot of it straight down along a straight. And it's double-sided, didn't Mick, like? By the time you'd have the foundations in it and back up, and it's two-sided, didn't Mick? And the fella that owns it is an awkward bastard. Christ, Mick, there's 3 weeks walking that wall. You wouldn't do insurance, no? Yeah. Well, Mick, if you don't do insurance, forget about it. There's not, like, he rang me there and he said, oh, I'm a quantity surveyor above in college. He said, you'd have that up in a day. Jesus, Mick, if he walked into a shop and saw 2 for the price of 1, the fucking agent would still come out with 1. Christ, you would want to bring him back farming. Fucking, I don't know what you'd want to do with him. He'd want to be squeezed, Mick. Take the fucking life out of him a small bit. Christ almighty, Mick, he's looking to be alive.
Now, to explain any of that, there'll be a lot of people go, Tom, I don't know what the fuck any of that is. What to be squeezed means to be actually castrated, is what you do to a fucking bad bull that just can't fucking, that won't stop fucking savaging everything. You give him an out fucking squeeze, you nip the nuts off him, and that'll fucking put it quiet in him on. Like, I'm watching this going, fucking, the guy's a genius. The guy's a fucking genius. That's the tamest one I could find to kind of give you some notion. Just go have a look. I'm telling you, I'm going to find this guy and see can I get him on the fucking podcast. If anybody knows him or knows what I'm talking about, see can you fucking track him down for me, because I need to chat to this fella. He's a fucking genius. There's more in that sketch as well, like about knocking the fucking wall. Like, it's not even like I can't even laugh out loud. I'm just going, this guy's like comedically, the timing, the fucking weird shit. He's eating leaves and everything in the middle of this. Like, this is that you can't actually pick up on. Have a fucking look at it. Even flow. It's the maddest shit you'll ever fucking hell. Anyway, right. That's been a weird enough fucking session of the podcast. Nice way, weird way to finish it. People who are driving along in the car going, I have no idea what the fuck is going on right now. But sure, look it. The podcast was late last week, and it may be a bit late this one because I mightn't get it recorded until Friday. But sure, look it. It'll be grand. There'll be one out anyway, and I've 2 fucking guests then lined up for next week, possibly even 3. But sure, look it. That's the way it fucking always goes, isn't it? We'll do something. We'll have a podcast out by the weekend anyway. Like I said, I'll be in City Limits this Saturday night. Pop along. If you fancy donating to the podcast this week, of course, you will get the back catalogue of the Tom and Jerry Show for Patreons only, or head to the T Republic shop. Follow me on all usual platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or whatever you're into. Instagram, Tom O'Mahony Comedy will find it, and Chatty Snaps is Tom Bear O'Mahony. Of course, hit subscribe. Go ahead. If it's your first time listening, whatever platform you're on, and give us a high rating as well while you're at it. But sure, look, go on away, enjoy the week, and I'll chat to you again at the weekend. Good luck.